Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to build a real conversational chatbot using Amazon Lex and connect it to a Lambda backend for dynamic responses. By the end of this video, you'll clearly understand why we use Amazon Lex, how Lex talks to Lambda, how Lambda responds differently to Lex and frontend, and finally, how a friendly chatbot actually works behind the scenes. So let's get started. Why Amazon Lex? Before building, let's understand why Lex exists. If we build a chatbot using only frontend and Lambda, then we must manually handle text matching. We must write logic to understand what the user means. We must manage conversation flow ourselves. Amazon Lex solves this by understanding what the user wants, intent, handling different ways users speak, utterances, managing conversation flow automatically. So Lex becomes the brain, and Lambda becomes the backend worker. Let me explain Lex terms in a very simple way. Intent, what the user wants. Example, chat intent, user just wants to talk. Utterances, different ways users say the same thing. Like, hi, hello, hey, what's up? Lambda, the backend logic that decides what response to send. Lex listens to the user, understands the intent, and then calls Lambda when needed. First, we'll create a normal custom chatbot using AWS Lambda, API Gateway, and a frontend hosted on Amazon S3, and we'll test it directly in the browser. Then, using the same Lambda function, we'll build an intelligent chatbot using Amazon Lex, which can understand human language and identify user intent. By the end of this video, you'll clearly understand when to use a normal chatbot and why Amazon Lex is powerful. Let's get started. First, go to the AWS Management Console. Search for Lambda and click Create Function. Choose Author from scratch. Give the function name as Lex Integration Lambda. Select Python 3.10 as the runtime. Now click Create Function. Once the function is created, scroll down to the code section and paste the Lambda code. This Lambda function simply receives user input and sends back a response. After pasting the code, we will also test it by creating a new test event by adding a simple event JSON, and so here you can see it successfully tested. So now let's click Deploy. Now we need a way to expose this Lambda function to the internet. For that, go to API Gateway. Click Create API. Choose REST API and click Build. Give the API name as Custom Chatbot. Select Regional as the endpoint type. Then click Create API. Inside the API, select the root resource /. Click Actions, then Create Method, and choose Post. For integration type, select Lambda function. Enable Lambda proxy integration. Enter the Lambda function name Lex Integration Lambda. Click Create Method. Since our frontend will be hosted on S3, we must enable CORS. Select the root resource again. Click Actions, Enable CORS. Make sure Post is enabled. Click Save and Confirm. Now deploy the API. Click Deploy API. Choose New Stage. Enter the stage name as custom_chatbot. Click Deploy. Copy the invoke URL. We will use this in the frontend. Now, instead of creating a new S3 bucket, we will use an existing bucket that is already configured for frontend hosting. Go to Amazon S3 from the AWS console. Open the existing bucket that has public access enabled, a static website hosting already configured, a bucket policy already attached. Also make sure you enabled the static web hosting. Now go to the Objects tab of the bucket. Click Upload. Upload the frontend files such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. In the file, make sure the API Gateway invoke URL is correctly updated. Click Upload. Copy the static website URL from the bucket. Open it in your browser. Type a message like hi and click Send. You can now see the chatbot responding using AWS Lambda. Next, we can check the Amazon Lex chatbot using same Lambda. Now let's make the chatbot smarter using Amazon Lex. Amazon Lex understands natural language, identifies user intent, and then triggers Lambda to return a dynamic response. Go to Amazon Lex. Click Create Bot. Choose Traditional. Click Next. Give the bot name as LexBot. Select Create New IM Role. Choose Kappa. No. Click Next. Choose English IN as the language. Click Done. Inside the bot, go to Intents. Click Add Intent. Add empty intent. Name it Greeting Intent. Add sample utterances like, "Hi, hello, how are you?" Scroll down to Initial Response. Add a response like, "Hello." Scroll down to Fulfillment. Enable Fulfillment. Click Save Intent. From the left menu, click Aliases. Select TestBot Alias. Choose English IN. Select the Lambda function Lex Integration Lambda. Version $latest. Click Save. Click Build and wait until the build is successful. Click Test. Type hi or hello. You can now see Amazon Lex understanding the intent and Lambda generating the response. So now you've learned 2 ways to build chatbots on AWS. The first method is simple and good for basic use cases. The second method, using Amazon Lex, is powerful and ideal for real-world chatbots that understand human language. See you in the next video. Thank you.